the only guardian to stand watch over Middle-earth.
It really feels like a reunion. I mean, everybody that was in The Lord of the Rings that we needed for The Hobbit returned.
Welcome to Rivendell.
It's been great to be back here. Great to meet up with lots of people that were all working on Lord of the Rings.
Ah, the ring.
Elrond is one of the 3 elven rings.
That's looking very bright.
Look at you, you look fantastic.
Got any other poses?
These are his hands.
This could be you.
It's going to be so grim. Oh, look at that. Hello. We have a winner. I'm serious, you have not aged a single day.
I think I look younger, actually.
You do, actually.
So too.
You're not the only guardian to stand watch over Middle-earth. I remember it now, but later on.
I didn't have a script until I got here. But that's part of the nature of working with Pete anyway.
New lines here.
So I kind of knew that that's what would be the situation.
Did you have another meeting after I'd gone?
No, the meeting we had was this morning. I just learnt those lines.
This is the result of the
Quick, let's film it now.
These runes were written on a midsummer's eve by the light of a crescent moon nearly 200 years ago.
I remember that day's filming, particularly as I was with Hugo Weaving, one of the most congenial members of the original cast, and to meet up again with him was lovely.
Oh, yes.
And we always laughed together, Hugo and I.
I was kind of in awe of him initially, but he's an incredibly fun person to be with just on a day-to-day basis.
Our background is very similar, working in the classical theatre.
These runes were written on a midsummer's eve.
Suddenly we have a prominence in the film industry which amuses us. Because I think we both basically think that where we belong is with our feet firmly planted on a stage somewhere.
I mean, it's always interesting when Ian and I are off set doing all the characters. I don't know that I can explain it. It was very bizarre. So all the scale doubles, large and small, were required for a wide shot, which meant that none of the actors in the scene were actually there. So it was kind of a slightly weird sitting in a couple of chairs reading this radio play while watching these smaller and larger people acting it out.
We still have time. For what? Well, to find this entrance, we'll have to be standing in exactly the right spot of exactly the right timing.
We're alert to the ridiculousness of it all.
What do you mean?
You're not the only guardian to stand watch over Middle-earth.
But I think can behave when necessary.
Well, I mean, Pete, if you've... we got rid of theirs.
Greg will come down the stairs and do a wonderful bit of Elvish reading for us. And you'll reply and...
I was completely thrilled to be asked to come back on the film for any part.
He had played a very beautiful elf in Lord of the Rings. So beautiful that he'd drawn attention away from more important characters on the screen.
My lady!
And got his nickname, an acronym from Frodo is Great, F-I-G. Who is that? Referring to Brett. Fig Wit. And Peter asked him back, and he very gamely came along with a name now, Lindia, and a line or two.
My Lord Elrond, the dwarves. They've gone.
Resetting?
Do you like it?
I'm going back to my unit now.
Keep going, all right.
It's like, you're always sort of, in a way, the elves are always prepared to welcome Gandalf, and that's no big deal, but when he brings these little bastards in, it's like, oh.
Mithrandir.
Indeed.
Working with Ian McKellen was a total career highlight. I was sort of nervous and, intimidated. He's incredible to watch on screen and then to get to watch him up close.
Where is he?
He's a very good actor.
Indeed.
I mean, I can handle one sentence quite well, like Mithrandir lastana mithrane di vruinen. Got it. Got that one down, right? But this one about the dwarves using all the wine up.
I mean,
It was a complete mind flip. Oh.
The creative team decided over lunch that they wanted him to do an Elvish scene that afternoon.
Brett, you've got some Elvish. He said, you were joking. I said, no, and it's 3 lines, and it's going to be shot in 1 shot, so we can't cut in and out of it. And he went a bit pale.
We're going to shoot straight up. First up.
First up, 1 take, get it perfect, no pressure.
So stressful. Yeah, because being on set is a very stressful atmosphere, even when you're speaking English.
Now, if you could start your line, Brett, before you even appear.
Fran and Philippa write the lines in English. Then those lines are sent to David Salo.
The Elvish specialist, and then he translates the English into Elvish, and then Roisin then shows me the words. And then I can't say them. And so I was walking around the set trying to remember this nonsense.
It always sounds good on the rehearsal, never when the camera rolls. First rule of filmmaking.
And action.
China, Barana Beda Fargline, Nevui Penny Mirvo, Mananinges.
Okay, let's have take. Print it, lunchtime.
Nevui Penny something. Nevui Penny Mirvo. Sorry, Mananingas. Mananingas.
Hey, Pete. Minga 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 minga. What?
Nalinga minga ninga.
Yeah, well, I got my Elvis, right?
Yes. What was it?
He and Hugo had a fantastic rapport as well, and so they kind of helped each other through a particular level of panic that I don't think everybody thrives on.
Mananinges, Namani Dartathar.
Manar uno.
And I just got it right. Barely.
Very good. Let's give Brett a shot of scotch. Do it perfectly again for the camera now.
What did you say?
Time, Barana Beda Fargline, Nevui Penny Mirvo.
Are we getting rid of...
Mananin something or other.
You're forgetting it already. You see, it's slipping away. Slipping away. So we're shooting in Rivendell, and this is the courtyard, the arrival of the company.
Arriving in Rivendell was pretty difficult because we had all our bags and sacks. We had the full kit. Most of us could barely stand up.
It's pretty tough. You can see them suffering in between each take. I don't know.
Here we go again.
Ah, yes. The dwarves. They travel light.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of a communication problem there with the packs because I don't know whether they said, look, let's see how much these guys can carry.
When it was put on me, I couldn't believe it. And I couldn't believe Jed's weight.
I just don't feel like I've got enough stuff. Can you give me some more stuff?
I mean, there was nearly 50 kgs worth of weight that was put on us.
See, that's more like it. Got my toilet in there, my tent, matches, bit of food, some tinned fruit.
I've actually been hiding over there, so delay putting this on as long as possible.
Where's Ori? Ori? Yeah, Ori.
Stay there, I'll just go up my soapbox.
Thanks, Peter.
So, hey guys, what we're going to do, we're just going to do like 3 shots in one. Yes, we're just going to get the bit at the beginning where Ian walks through the gates, and then Ian will retire, because the real shot's going to be Paul leading you guys.
And charge. And circle.
The dwarves will be sometimes our real actors, but of course they were far too big for horses. We're also going to be using our scale doubles, who will bravely stand their ground as horses thunder towards them. We hope. We'll have to see. And we'll find out in a couple of hours how brave they really are.
scales are vitally important. And yeah, I mean, you build up a relationship with your scale, because I mean, he's watching you in the screens all the time. You're doing your stuff, and he's in costume and wearing a face mask, wearing a mask that is a mold of your own face, with similar facial hair, colouring, everything, but with a stern look. So he's walking around with this kind of look at him, this evil look the entire time. And then you go, all right, Robert, he goes, hey, how's it going? What? And this kind of voice comes out, you know, and you kind of go, shit, this is weird. I wish he'd take off his mask right now. So it's quite disconcerting. It's quite weird to have them walking around. I mean, it's uncanny how close some of them look, some of them more than others.
And horse charge, horse charge! And around. And around, very good.
It was a really great way of seeing just the whole process of being a scale double come down to a nice, complete scene.
Nartho I noer, toltho I virgo.
Oiannam van, anethailvin.
What is he saying? Does he offer us insult? No, Master Cloyne is offering us food. And I'll just pop over.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think I would need a napkin. Is this the napkin?
Yes, it is the napkin. It's an
This is, could I have the proper size one? This is clearly the small scale.
I've done a terrible job. What did I tell you about the large napkin?
Right, rolling resets this time, guys.
The way that we try and get through this as quickly as possible is to keep the cameras rolling and just do take after take after take.
There's only one thing for it.
And reset.
Resetting.
And as soon as we were done with a take, I'd say, okay, reset, let's go again. We call them rolling resets.
Reset. And reset one last one.
Because as soon as I said cut, you'd literally have 30, 40 people swooping in around the dwarves. There's someone to look after their hair, their makeup, their costumes.
Every time you say cut, it's like 20 minutes gone. Every time. They run in, something falls off, sweating, cooling them down, 20 minutes gone.
I mean, it was that sort of thing. You need the kind of the patience of an ox.
Shall we shoot?
Clear everybody off the set.
You're just going to click that.
Okay, let's do some rolling resets.
We're able to do that because we're not shooting film. When we're shooting film, obviously, it's very expensive.
Digital cameras, you put a little card in, you can shoot for like 15 minutes, and then you can just download that footage, and then you reuse the card. So the whole thing's a bit cheaper. So I kind of realised that the best thing I could do to speed along the day was not to yell cut.
And reset.
That's the way I love working, and I think a lot of actors love working like that, because you stay in the moment and there's an energy and you build on the energy. One take builds on the next, builds on the next. But it was also a great way to kind of keep the dwarf contingent at bay, so I could get through 4 or 5 takes in reasonably quick time.
Hey, hiya!
That was great, thank you. That was fun. Yeah, it was great. Thanks, Adam. You're all done. That's good. Peter, we'll just leave you in that for a while.
Oh, yeah?
No, you're done too. I just wanted to get that look in your eyes.
Naughty dwarves, badly behaved bunch of little fellows.